We're looking at tax in this leg of the show, and Suresh Surana is here to help us with some questions on tax. Suresh, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
Our first question comes in from Das Gupta, who writes in from Kolkata. Now, he tells us he has one LIC endowment policy. He also has a running PPF account, which he started with SBI. Now, from this year onwards, he tells us his father will be paying his premium on his life insurance policy and making the contribution to his Provident Fund account. He wants to know, will his father also be able to claim the tax deduction under Section 80C? Das Gupta is 35 years old. It will be interesting to know if his father is retired, Suresh. But according to the tax laws, who gets that tax deduction?
Mr. Das Gupta, your father can claim the deduction in respect of the insurance in premium paid for the life insurance policy on yourself. Under Section 80C, the deduction is available for any insurance premium paid for the spouse as well as in case of children. Now, the children also include major children. It is not restricted to minor children. So you will be, in this case, your father will be eligible to claim the deduction of the insurance premium paid. As far as the Public Provident Fund is concerned, also you are eligible to claim the deduction because Section 80C provides that you can make the payment of the Public Provident Fund contribution. So in both the cases, you will be eligible for claiming the deduction.
All right, our next question comes in from Shankar Rao, 62 years old, which means he's retired. His only income is from his bank and post office fixed deposits and from his senior citizen savings scheme. He makes about 2.4 lakh rupees a year from his investments. Now, he tells us he invested in Coal India and sold his stock after 6 months with a profit of 5,000 rupees. He wants to know how he's going to have to pay tax on this and what form will he have to fill when he files his returns. Suresh.
Mr. Shankar, since your income from the remaining sources is 2.4 lakh rupees and the capital gain on the Coal India share is working out rupees 5,000, the total income works out rupees 2.45 lakhs. Now, this is below the basic exemption limit available to you as a senior citizen, which is rupees 2.5 lakhs. So, as such, you are not obliged to file the return or pay any tax thereon. However, if you choose to file the return, the form is ITR 2. The capital gain on the shares of Coal India, which you have sold, it will be a short-term capital gain because you have sold it within a period of 12 months. And the normal rate of tax on that is 15.45%. However, as I said, as your income is below the basic exemption limit, you are not required to pay any tax on the same.
All right, we have time for one last question. So let's make this an explanatory one. We'll make it a quick one. Vishu writes in. He wants to know what an ELSS scheme is and what sort of tax saving option it gives you. Well, Vishu, an ELSS is really an equity mutual fund with a 3-year lock-in. Now, to explain what sort of tax benefits you get from the ELSS and how you can claim those benefits, Suresh has that answer. Suresh.
Yes, Mr. Vishnu, the ELSS schemes are valid tax saving scheme for the current financial year 12-13. There was a proposal under the Direct Tax Code to disentitle the equity linked saving scheme from the tax deductions available. However, as you know, the Direct Tax Code is not being implemented in this financial year, and the benefit very much continues under Section 80C within the overall limit of rupees 1 lakh.